Hey, didn't notice you there. Hey, didn't notice you there. Welcome to the At and Going podcast show. I'm your host, Gio Angelino. This is where the stories of inspiring not only musicians, artists, painters, entrepreneurs, innovative individuals tell us a little bit about the craft, how they're using their creativeness today, and what future projects are to come. This production is brought to you by Crucial Dome Network and sponsored by So Fucking Legit. If you ain't legit, you ain't shit. So let's get right into it. Today we have a very special guest, Josh Rico. He's a very close friend of mine. He's a whole sponsor behind this entire At and Going podcast show. I've known him for more than 10, 15 years. We grew up in the same area. He's a father now. He's a basketball player. He balled me up a couple times, but that's on another occasional story. And pretty much he's like a great graphic designer, entrepreneur. He's got a small business going. For the people who don't know you, Josh Rico, give a little introduction, please.
Yeah, so like Gio here said, my name is Joshua Rico, born and raised in East Los Angeles, of City Terrace on a little street called Woolwine. Right now I reside in Montebello. I'm around 30 years old. I'm a family guy, but on the side I do have my little hustle. Like Gio had said, I do the branding, package design, shipping and handling, marketing. I wear every hat for this company, which is So Fucking Legit.
So fucking legit. And
yeah,
so for the most part, your craft would be the graphic designing, right?
would be everything. Yeah,
Everything?
everything. Even the whole marketing on social media.
You do it all.
Do it all, man. It's all me. Yeah.
How is that process doing it all by yourself? Or what's that like?
It gets overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. It gets really overwhelming.
How so?
You just caught up with like having to deal with the customers or seeing what your target market's liking and what trends are out there. And then
So you have to do the research.
Yeah, you got to do the research, and then you got to put in the hours to actually designing these logos.
Make the product.
Yeah, and then from there it goes to the t-shirts. Okay, what shirts am I gonna use? What color? What texture? How are they gonna fit? I like to.
Well, that was at the beginning when you were just doing t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
But now you've already moved on to shorts and you're doing stickers. You have masks now for the pandemic.
Yeah. But it all started there. It all started trying to figure out what worked, and I had to like put all these hats on that big companies do. And I'm just a small company, trying to do it all.
You're labeled as a small company, but you're big, bro. At least for me, I appreciate you like coming through, supporting, and what you do is like it's exceptional work. Like I definitely like it. It's very graph, hip hop. I mean, that's in East LA. That's what we grew up on. We love it,
Yeah,
so keep doing what you're doing. But I actually wanted to know what initially got you into like I guess digital graphing and small business.
Well, man, I started when I was younger. I used to love sketching a lot, and I had this dream of being an architect and all that. And man, it took a turn as soon as I got to college. Started to realize my other traits and what skills I was good at, and I was like, man, graphic design. I don't know. I took that path and kind of didn't know where I was going, but I started to figure things out. Started to take a liking to like art, and I always loved it, but it was more of like image mixed with lettering, and that all kind of inspired me and like initiated me to start creating things for myself outside of school and outside of everything else. And I would go home and come up with things, and then people would be like, man, why don't you put that on something, why don't you put that on a canvas, on let everybody else see it, and that kind of pushed me to like start pushing it forward and being like, yeah, maybe I could do this. I mean, if they don't like it, they don't like it, and if they do, then awesome.
Yeah, but it's a power. It's amazing how people can initiate that first instance where it's like, I don't really feel I'm really fully capable, but when people start believing in your craft, you start believing in your craft too, where you're like, you know what, I might as well then do it, because if a lot of people have it, it's not like everybody's crazy or everybody's like a particular way, and it's more than just support, right? And so it feels great, bro. I'm in the same level right now. Like you're way more advanced than I am in this whole game. But
yeah, I mean, we're in it, man. We're still learning. Like you are, we're still in the process, and I think that's the whole part of it. That's the whole thing of this is being inspired by each other and other people as well, and it rubs off you, rubs off you the right way, and you start to push forward with it, and
For sure.
becomes a positive thing, man. That's why I'm glad to be a part of something like this that you're doing.
You're definitely an inspiration, bro, and you're definitely a positive footnote in this major production that we're doing, and I appreciate it. And so I wanted to ask you nextly, what inspired you to pursue the mastery of this craft of graphic design?
Man, there was a lot of things, but I have to say one of the big things, our buddy, we both know him, mutual friend, Milo is what we know him as.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. He inspired me a lot because I got introduced to the graffiti world. I got introduced to that, man, and I didn't know anything of that, I didn't, man, and everyone doing bombs on the streets and on trains and that whole
resistance art.
That wild art, of going out and doing it. Not even thinking twice about what you're going to do. It was like, you had the image in your head, go do it. Could you do it? You got to prove yourself.
I've always been inspired by people like that too, bro.
Man,
and now you have it. Now you have the gift.
Yeah, and like I try to. For me, that's why things that I create, like this sweater, they push me to like throw myself into that kind of mindset, and that inspired me a lot. A lot of what everybody creates nowadays, hip hop music. I love it, man. I've always loved it. And as soon as I got into that, it kind of inspired everything that I wanted to push forward. All my images, all the graphic work.
Perfect infusion.
Yeah, it was, man. With that world, with the world that I was living in East LA. I mean, all of it was intertwined. It all kind of pushed me to like create something unique and cool. This is like what I'm doing is creating my own story of like how I see the world around me based on like my friends, my peers, the street life, everything that
it's very personal to you.
Yeah, it is, man. And I mean, even though it may seem like it's very basic to me, it's like I want to portray it all in my own unique way, my own special way,
Yeah, you definitely do
everything that I create.
You definitely do that. And I think that's one of the hard things too, where a lot of people, they want to try to like fit a certain image, and they don't do it for themselves. They don't do it for the personal like blessings. They'd rather just have something, a substance in a sense, right? Just to say like I did something, but it's deeper than that. I mean, when you really believe and you're passionate about it, like there's really nothing that can also like sway you.
Your product.
The product shows.
It shows.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all
sir.
The way, man.
For sure, 100, bro. And so, what projects are you working on as of today?
Well, as of right now, I'm trying to pursue this. I mean, everybody loved these sweaters that I made because I mean they're all custom, man. Like I even did the hats with the brim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love those, bro.
Yeah,
with the
man,
drip.
They're all custom, dude. I mean each one is not identical, so I'm trying to pursue that.
Say that again for the camera, please.
Each one is not identical, man.
You do these, each one you're done. Yeah, by hand.
Each one I've done is all by hand. It's
sure.
all been dripped with the paintbrush in my backyard. Like they are all different. Not one that you're wearing or I'm wearing is the same, cause
that's so much authentication. I don't think a lot of people are doing that so much because they're trying to supply a big amount of people, right?
Right, and I mean everything's so mass produced. So I mean I'm trying to take it there. I'm trying to take it to the roots, the graphic, the graffiti art. I'm trying to take it there so that way more fits, more stencil work too, because I feel it's very raw. It's something that's like straight to the point. You can tell where I did it. I didn't go do it out of a screen printer guy. It's all me. It's my touch.
Yeah, so for sure.
For me, that matters,
And I like how you transition from it just started as you learning graphic design to now you have a small business and you're still using graphic design, but now you're using it to get an income. Yeah. And you're also using it to put out your ideas. It's a perfect place, bro. Like I love it. I know people are gonna be inspired by hearing your story too, and they're gonna be like, you know what? Josh is onto something. Mr. So fucking legit. It just showed me something brilliant, bro. And I appreciate you showing that part of your story because, like I'm saying, it's hard for people, bro.
Yeah, you got to use it as a tool for sure.
And so, what inspired you to pursue these projects like that you're working on today? Like, what made you want to like go even further to do like the small business and do even more than just shirts? Now you're doing stickers. I see you wanted to do fits. You told me before, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm inspired a lot by other brands. I have another buddy who a good friend of mine. His buddy. He has Balcony Lifestyle, man. I mean, big ups to them. They're doing it
Shout out Balcony Lifestyle.
Balcony Lifestyle, man. I mean, I get inspired a lot by him, and I see how hard he pushes, and it kind of inspires me. He does a lot of like '90s cartoon nostalgia. And
so that's kind of that realm where you're going in, right?
Man,
I see that.
I love that.
The Earn Your Stripes and stuff.
Earn Your Stripes from the Fruit Stripes. I did
the Scrooge.
I did the Scrooge, and I did the Secret Squirrel,
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm trying to flip it and trying to make it my own.
What's funny is it's so particular because it's a '90s thing. Like the new school won't know who these people are, bro. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's why I know you're doing it for yourself or for the people like that we grew up with.
But then I try to find a commonplace. I try to find a way where it's still revolved into like this whole rural kind of like lifestyle. How everybody smokes weed and.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's California, huh?
Yeah, I mean everybody's smoking. Everybody's that whole.
A lot of people smoke.
Yeah, that whole lifestyle. I mean, I'm trying to still touch base there. Not just like, it's just, if you remember it, you remember it. No, it's like, for people who do, great. For the people who don't, like, I'm still trying to make it appeasing, so that way people would still want to, wear
and then that's where these retro colors that you're using are coming into play, right? These greens, these purples, the blues. I feel that
and
definitely.
Different sayings and the lettering. I'm trying to touch base with people there. That way I could still kind of grab them in to like. Still grab attention for them to kind of want to wear it, even though they may not know the reference. For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as it looks good, I think a lot of people don't even really like care. They're like, if it captures the eye or if I like it, I think that's kind of fashion. I'm not a fashionista, so I don't mean to offend any fashionistas, but for me, that's how I work. Like, I'm a pretty casual person. But for the most part, I know a lot of people are into your craft. And so, can you give a little sneak peek on what future projects you have planned?
Yeah, man. I mean, I actually have a drawing right here.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
First time right here on the At and Going podcast show.
Yeah, I mean, little sneak peek.
I'm trying to peek myself. I know.
What we got? I did this one. It's like a dollar bill. I'll describe it to you.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much a dollar bill, like burning. And for me, the phrase was, "It's never been about the money." That felt like important to me, and I've had it like logged in here for a minute, bro.
Like how long?
It's been like a couple months, bro.
And now it's manifesting.
Yeah, now I'm like, dude, it started more and more to resonate with me. Yeah, because it's a thought that I had, and
That's good that it still resonates even months later.
Yeah,
because that's something that you can take for life.
It's important, man. Everything that I did was never about the money. It's never been,
For sure.
It's always been about mastering my craft and trying to get better at it. It was never to like make a profit. That's something that I learned right from the get-go, is that it all had to be with like your heart in it. It all had to be with a genuine mindset. Never been like, I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to flip my money and I'm trying to make, trying to put it everywhere. And
with the pure heart, the actions, the money will follow.
Yeah, dude. So like one of this shirt, you'll definitely see it coming out soon.
No, for sure. I mean, I appreciate you sharing that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be looking for it too.
That's one big thing that, this is something that I'm like, it needs to get out there.
Because I also, when we had a conversation earlier, you brought up that you wanted to do like fits. I brought it up a couple times because I guess I'm trying to push you to get those fits, because you want kids fits, girls fits, guys fits.
I'm trying to make everything for like the kids. I was, I got my kids and, they wear the simple
all the
stuff.
Kids want to be so fucking legit.
Right, yeah. And that's the reason why I made my name like that, so hidden and not so with the F word.
Because it's sofa.king.legit.
Yeah,
just in case you want to follow.
It's a little play on the phrase, but I had my initial idea when I had started this was like, man, I want to take it there. So I probably spoke to you about this, but
for sure.
I wanted to take it to like kids wear. So I was like, I wanted to make it so hidden in there, so that way when kids do wear it, it's not just like the F word and it's like the F bomb. Like,
but it's still resistance wear.
Yeah, right. But
sure.
it's still streetwear.
For sure, bro.
So I'm like, I'm trying to take it to that level. I'm slowly like climbing that ladder and trying to get it there. But yeah, that's where my mind is.
You're striving, you're pushing, and you're gonna get there, bro. I can definitely feel it. I'm trying to push you to do it too, man, and it's gonna manifest. Like we all out here doing big things. I mean, shout out to Crucial Dome Network for being a part of this whole thing.
Yeah,
you for sponsoring this. I mean, and we're coming to one of my favorite parts is so what advice do you have for anybody pursuing this craft or trying to do what you're doing?
Man, I think the one big thing is probably if you have that idea in your mind and you have your doubts and you're kind of feeling worried about it and you think so much about what others think, just push that all to the side. Push it all to the side and just take that first step. Start designing, start trying to find outlets where you could put stuff out there. I felt like that since the beginning. I didn't know where to start and I was like jumbling and like scared to jump in the water, test the waters, but I had to just dive in.
Now you're swimming.
Yeah, man. I
doing
was
the
still
backstroke.
like trying to find land, I was trying to find a land of gold. It is what it is, but I feel like that's what I could
the startup is the hardest, but it's the best.
It's the best. It's all about the learning process. It's about getting there, finding what's right, what's wrong, trial and error. That's the whole thing, man. That's what it's all about. That's
great advice, bro, and I appreciate that, bro. And also, we definitely I appreciate you coming through, and it's one of my favorite parts of this show is going to be any final thoughts that you have for the audience. Please speak clearly into the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say thank you guys, for giving me the, big opportunity to be here. Gio, everybody here on production, like, thank you so much for letting me speak on everything, about my story, about what I'm pursuing. It's good to just get it out there and just talk about it because I feel like not a lot of people know where I came from and they don't know my story. They don't know what's going into my head.
And it's important.
They just see my shirts. And, thank you everyone for listening. Just taking a couple minutes just to listen to us talk. Just speak on it because hopefully this inspires you. Hopefully
it will inspire people.
Because all we're saying is nothing but positivity here. And
that's
we're just trying to get everybody to just get up off your feet and just make the move, man. Just start pursuing whatever you feel like you love deep in your soul. Whatever makes you happy, make it happen, man. That's all I can say.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
appreciate you, big bro. Yeah. Big Josh. Sofa.king.legit. If you guys want to get any fresh gear that he's already copying or he has, just follow Gio Angelino, follow the Crucial Dome Network, Cam Ready Collective. Thank you. Shout out to everybody that made this happen, from audio to visual to as everybody giving me mad support. I appreciate y'all. This comes definitely from the heart, and that's where we at today. And so with that being said, when we come down to the end of our episodes, I'd like to offer the interviewee a shot. Would you like to join me for one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Those back there for a reason.
Cool, I'm glad. These are rims, right? Fuck it around. All right, bro. So which one would you prefer? We have Jimador, Hornitos, Cuervo, 1800.
Oh, let's take this one right here.
Go for it. Let's do it.
Dang.
Do you want to do the double shot or you want to do a shot each?
Whatever, man. I mean, we'll just chill, whatever.
All right, cool. I'm gonna get my own then. Appreciate you, man. Oh, my hands are sweaty. We're gonna edit this out. No, we're not. Production. Can we open that? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Nice little shot glasses you
Shout
have
out
here,
to
bro.
Jose, J Cube. We'll be coming with some content for that ass soon. Put a little shot skis. Salud, bro, to the At and Going podcast show. So freaking legit.
Thank
Crucial
you, man.
Dome Network.
I appreciate all the support, man.
Thank you, everybody.
You. Cheers, guys.
And with that being done, appreciate y'all joining us for an episode of the At and Going podcast show. I'm your host, Gio Angelino. In the house is Josh Rico, so fucking legit. Crucial Dome Network. Hope to see you again soon. Much love. Stay blessed.
See you guys.